Hi everyone, and welcome to a founder video series with one of our founders from Highway to 100 Unicorns. I'm Emily Rich. I am the Director of Microsoft for Startups for Asia Pacific, and I'm joined here today by one of our amazing founders. Viranga, could you please introduce yourself, introduce your company, and what it is that you do?
All right, okay. Thank you very much, Emily. And it is great pleasure and privilege to be part of this Highway 100 Unicorn program. So my name is Viranga Kekulawala. I'm from Sri Lanka. I'm a co-founder and CEO of EIMSKY Business Solution. What does EIMSKY do? Okay, I will put it like this. Many traditional supply chain companies identified they need to rebuild or digital transfer their existing supply chain processes to make agile and flexible so that they can give future demands. It is very evident that this need to streamline their existing processes. Even the conventional supply chain management processes need to digitalize, and they are to do the reinvent. They need to disrupt certain processes, identifying and introducing new technology. Because this conventional supply chain, of course, they are very limited to certain visibility, and certain processes are still legacy. So even this pandemic situation revealed the weaknesses of their supply chain. Predominantly, if you take the processes like procurement, invoicing, accrual workflows, managing contract workers, and then pinpoint asset tracking. These are some of the areas actually they really need to come up with a better solution, and digital transformation is really important to make the very competitive environment to give a better service. It's a very important, and they have also identified this is very critical stage, and digital transformation is not an option, it is a necessity. So we provide our service to elite customer base as a SaaS model. If you take the workforce management, like contract workers, there are many contract workers with the say 8,000 compliance, and you need to see the visibility with the centrally monitored cloud solution. So this will enhance their productivity. And when it comes to the workflow approval processes, there are many the processes every day. They are doing the procurement process approval, then you have a certain business process approval with the different layers and different company structured. So all these are you cannot do it by just email or Excel sheet. There should be a way to do in the cloud connected solution, visibility, and even it's really important them to have the predictive and preventive maintenance for their assets, and predict their workforce, because these are the terminology actually when it comes to the digital transformation. So for example, we are handling more than 8,000 users, 20 warehouses, around 40 supply chain power manpower companies, simulating handling more than 100 shift per day. So it's 8,000 compliance, and we track more than 20,000 returnable asset throughout the supply chain journey. You can see the visibility where it is going and what's the demand, and we track more than 100 plus vehicles in the 18 distribution location, tracking more than 3,000 geolocation with the outlets. So these are the some of digital transformation that we have done with our product for these elite customers. So digital technology dramatically reshaping industries. So as a company, we are very much focused on reinventing their organization and disrupt with the traditional market. The move into the cloud is, it's a must, even hands down. I mean, the cloud is a foundation for business resilience, and it is next wave of this entire journey. So why the AIMSKY? Okay, EIMSKY is actually playing major role to understand this customer supply chain digital processes, and we play a major role to bring in digital smartness to their everyday life. So that is what we do.
Great. So where are you based? So you're based in Sri Lanka,
Yes.
and is that where you're operating at the moment, or are you operating in other geos as well?
At the moment, we are operating in Sri Lanka, but actually 2 years back, before the pandemic, we were trying to penetrate a different market like Bangladesh, Australia, and but unfortunately, there are certain things we cannot, control, so it got delayed. But right now, we are operating in Sri Lanka.
So is that the constraint of COVID now for you, and what that's done to your business is that you aren't able to expand geographically?
We did the conventional way to market strategies, visiting the countries,
Yeah.
exhibitions, and these are the norms that we had 2 years back. So we plan on these one. We actually took part in the Gardner, Japan, Yokohama exhibition, and Dubai exhibition. There are certain things actually we try to penetrate with those things, but unfortunately, COVID. No more kind of conventional marketing growth strategies can execute. So now we are in a different mode, and so we want to go with the partner, find the right partners to the new market penetration with the existing product. That's a very much we are predominantly focused on the not a new product to new market, because we are
Hmm.
very good at something that right now we are serving good client base in Sri Lanka. We won national best quality. We won Asian APICTA awards for our product. So that's recognition is there, and now it's we need to get our wins and go and find the right partners to expand. That is our plan.
Okay. Yeah, so you're using a different method now than what you were traditionally using. As it's not possible. I know that a lot of what we do is channel marketing and helping expand into other markets. And I wonder for you, how can companies like Microsoft help you for your aspirations of expansion, especially now that we are in this place where you do need to use partners a lot more. You do need to use channel marketing, channel go to market a lot more than we've seen in the past. I think we're going to, we've been seeing definitely less of direct sales because of that, that clear geographical line that we have in the sand at the moment with COVID. So how do you think, companies like Microsoft can help, and, all the big companies that do have channel partnerships?
Yes, I mean, definitely we need to reutilize that of the strength of the partner like a Microsoft. They have very good connected network, and as a startup with a growing company, there are certain limitations which we have. We cannot open offices in a different location. Right now, it's a very, not even plan to do certain things, but the peer-to-peer connection, the partnerships are really important and very it will help us to grow definitely. So that's the looking forward the way to grow and lay out the growth strategy. So yes, of course we are very much humble, and because we would like to have that kind of support from Microsoft, and we're keen on that.
Great. So when you think about, on the same sort of topic of that, I suppose it's, where is the next big growth opportunity that you see for your startup? And I think you've answered it a little bit in terms of, growing market share in other, definitely in other geos and things like that. Are there key things you're working on at the moment, or key things you've just landed that are really doing big things for the growth of the company?
Yeah, definitely. When we start in the company, actually, the infrastructure, the way of we are doing the coding, because we have very limited customers, like one customer with this, the two customers. But when we are growing and when the customers are their requirement is complex, and the scalability should be there, and the lot of technical support should, we have to increase our technical capabilities. So that is one of the huge area. We got really good support from this entire program. We upgrade our infrastructure, how we are doing the programming, continuous integration, Azure AKs services, API services, because these are the customer demand. When you're growing, the entire journey in the product itself need to shift to the next level, because we are competing with the GDPR, certain compliance and international market. They have a certain, security. Security is very important when it comes to the cloud, because we are giving our product as a software as a service. So it's very important when we are hosting, the security is number one. So likewise, we use API gateway, policy injection, and we use Azure B2C, B2B kind of implementation. So those are the basic foundation to grow and serve the next level, because right now we can do certain scalability is there, but when we want to focus on the very 10x growth, definitely should support the team, should do the continuous integration, staging servers, and even HubSpot architecture is suggested by the Microsoft, and we implemented that for our environment. So it will reduce our cost, because the cost is again another important fact. So that is certain things actually really help us to so far with this program, and we always humbly say that it's a great learning and great initiatives, and thank you very much for that kind of support which is given to us. We are continuous improving organization, so we are trying to go with that. But growth, of course, there are certain other limitations as well. The partners, find the right partners. They have to understand us, our DNA, because we are doing the vertical growth plus the horizontal growth. We are improving our product features, which is machine learning, visual things, and certain things. But it should parallel to go with the horizontal growth as well. So that's
Yeah.
I need to tell.
I feel like you're one step ahead of me because my last question was going to be what are the key criteria for you to make technology decisions? And I think you've you mentioned two of them, which are two big ones that we hear in the majority of the time, which you can expect is number one is cost, number two, security, not always in that order, obviously, but those are the big sort of decision makers, I guess, around how are you going to implement technology? How are you going to architect? How do you choose which technology platform to go on for what thing? And I guess you sort of already answered that question, but the for for my final question, I suppose, are there any other things that you take into consideration when you're looking at technology decisions, especially, in the industry that you're in? You said before you mentioned when you were speaking about, what your company actually does. It's interesting to hear about, how this industry is sort of being forced to transform digitally, right? So it's in this process of digital transformation and moving into the cloud. It's not one of those industries that's born in cloud. And so, how is that sort of affecting the choices you make?
Yeah, I mean, basic things are the security and the cost saving, because we are. And the third point, what I really want to see, how we doing the releases, how scalable, because scalability is one big area. Because hitting in local market, you can hit. Let's say that we are doing one of the e-commerce platform for one of big biscuit manufacturer in Sri Lanka. But they are going for the global as well. But the number of hits will definitely going to change according to that. So the scalability and security should be there, and and also the releasing mechanism should be very seamless. So that is where we have CI and CD will come into the play. Easiness of the complexity and how to manage the microservices, again another key area with the API integrations, API management services. So those are the another aspects we are actually as a company looking to serve better quality solution to our customer.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Well, that's so interesting. Thank you so much for chatting to me today, and it's been really great to understand, especially this in your area, seeing how quickly it is transforming digitally is very interesting. I'm sure on your side, and hopefully expanding into some additional markets is on the cards for our partnership together.
Thank you very much. Great pleasure,
Thank you
and thank
so
you very
much.
much for, yeah, cheers.
Thank you.